Hey guys, it's time for the Friday 6 p.m. promo. For those who don't know, every Friday and Monday at 6, I try to go live and we just chat about what we got coming up on the show and in the extended family of the show. So I see a couple people are here already. If you're watching, comment so that we know that you're here. Hey, Nia, my wife is here. Hey, Luis or Lewis? You got to tell me one of these times which it is. It's spelled like Luis, but, you know, don't want to assume. Somebody with a YouTube name, SPC382 SPC Ranger, has commented and asked, what is MUSiPOLiTiX? Well, I'm glad that you asked. MUSiPOLiTiX is a social media-based television show that myself and drummer Michael Bland have, where we talk about music, politics, social issues, and anything else that might happen to interest us. We've talked about COVID-19. We've talked about just pretty much anything we might have going on in the world. And it's been a lot of fun. It's been very informative. And it's been a very big part of just what we can do to try to improve the world in our small way. So I'm going to wait for some more people to get here. If you're watching, I see we have about maybe 10 people watching now. Comment. So far, only 3 people have commented. So I don't know who you are or where you're watching from unless you comment. Once a couple other people get here, then I will start talking about what we got coming up. So, what time is it? We got 2 minutes until I said we were going to start, but I usually try to go early. So first of all, you see I'm wearing my Be a Possibility shirt. I saw many of you on the Monday Moment with Maya, and I'm not caught up on her podcast. I need to do that. What else before we officially get started? I ordered one of the new Blackety Black shirts from Shop Typography. I cannot remember. What did it say? Stand Black. So I encourage everyone who can to order from Tiffany's shop. Tiffany is such a great asset to the world at large and to our show. And we want to support her. Plus, her products are great. I mean, I will probably wear my Stand Black shirt to go when I go to the polls. Not seeing any of the usual fam tonight yet. So I'm just going to do the little promo, and if nobody shows up, nobody shows up. I did my part, and you guys can see it in the replay. So, first of all, Monday, very important. Monday's show is the second installment in our 3-part series featuring Black women politicians from around the world. Here we have Representative Shelia Stubbs from right here in my hometown of Madison, Wisconsin. I said right here, like it's right next to me. I've known her, I believe, before she was a politician. I remember learning that she was running for office and being surprised, like, oh, somebody I know is running for office. And of course, you want to make sure you support them, and you want to check them out and make sure that, you know, what they stand for is what you would expect, and so on and so forth. So it'll be very, what's up, Todd? Joey played for a funeral at my church today, and we were just talking about you. Joey's a good kid. So yeah, and you also know our next week's guest, Representative Shelia Stubbs. You probably know her through End Times Church, her husband's church, but she's also a representative from here in Madison. Todd also lives in the greater Madison area. So she's our guest Monday night, and we don't have a specific topic, but I'm very curious to find out how she became involved in politics, because I knew her from the church world before I knew that she was a politician. So that's going to be an interesting episode. Oh, that's good. Let me put Todd's comment up there. Let me get the mouse. I left my good mouse in Milwaukee, so yeah, she's a wonderful person and has been doing great things for our area. And we can talk about, so make sure you're there to ask some questions and comments Tuesday night, Todd. Not that you're not usually there, but we'll definitely want your input since you know her as well. And I always am happy to see you. So that's this Tuesday. And then a week from Tuesday, we have Representative Jasmine Crockett from somewhere in Texas. I'm not sure where in Texas. You guys may remember Maya had a panel on voting rights that Nia and I watched because Christopher was on the panel. And that's where I spotted Judge Dominique, and I spotted Representative Jasmine there too. And I stole them from Maya. And so obviously Maya's guests are always great. Christopher's amazing. The judge is amazing. If you got whoever missed the judge, we got to have her back soon because so many people missed her episode because it was the same night as the debate. But man, was she something. She's just a phenomenal presence and doing so many great things. And then so I'm anticipating Jasmine being really good as well. And then hey Diane, and then the big night is November 3rd, which is a big night because of the election, but also because Soul Asylum will be on the show. We have everything squared away with Soul Asylum's management and social media. So I posted the flyer in the group. I'm not going to post it publicly until a week before, like we do for any episode. But if anybody wants to take that flyer from the group and post it in Soul Asylum Backwards Through Time group or on their own personal Facebook page or anywhere you want, it's public now. You can share the flyer. So go ahead and get that. It's in the MUSiPOLiTiX Facebook group. I'll post a few more. I'll post all of them when I get a chance. But you're more than welcome to start sharing that. But the official sharing doesn't begin until the week before, just like any. What's my vacuum complaining about? Oh, I think it's just ready to be charged. So that's November 3rd. And then Michael and I, and with consultation from Maya and from our wives, have been trying to figure out when we're going to take a break for the absolutely Jesse Hayes does our graphics, and he's amazing. When we're going to take a break for the end of the season for MUSiPOLiTiX. And so I just sent an email to Michael and Maya before I went live. And what I'm thinking we should do is go through December 1st, then take December off, but have a Christmas episode or a holiday episode on the Tuesday before Christmas, like December 22nd, and then come back January 5th. So that's my recommendation, but it's going to depend on Michael's schedule, in addition to whatever else might come up for us during the holidays. So I'm thinking we'll still have episodes for November, in which case I need your suggestions on what you want to see November 10th, because I'm just kind of like, okay, do we go political because it's right after the election? Do we go completely apolitical because it's right after the election? We don't know what's going to happen with this election. Is it going to be decided that night? Is it going to be battle for weeks in court? So it's not just about us needing a break, although it is probably nice for us too. We just kind of wanted to give you guys a chance to miss us too. Especially the people that watch often, but not every week, we wanted to just most shows take they break at the end of the season and then they come back for the new season, and there's a little break in between, and we kind of wanted to follow that model. But it only ended up being 3 weeks that we didn't do a show. And there would be they wouldn't be consecutive. It'd be 2 weeks consecutive, then the Christmas episode, and then 1 week. So, but again, that's just my suggestion. That's, Michael and Maya may decide that we're going to do something else. But either way, it won't be bad. And plus, the great thing about the way this show works is if we decide to take a Tuesday off, and then Michael calls me like, hey, I'm feeling like I got to get something off my chest, we can still go live. We can still have a show that Tuesday, just, So, well, the problem is, Diane, we don't know how the election is going to go until that night or perhaps after that night. And I kind of need to start looking for who a guest is going to be first. So that's where we're at. I'm wearing my Maya shirt, as I pointed out. So make sure we support Maya. It's Friday, so she's probably somewhere drinking right now. Oh, nope, there she is. Just talked her up. So we want to support her Monday. I'm going to try to do another promo on Monday, and unless my schedule goes completely off the rails, I always do a promo on Monday. So then after that promo on Monday, then we all hang out with Maya. Anything else? I'm trying to think if there's anything else to promote before I jump off. I don't know if any of you guys caught the Musician Matters show that I was on last week. That went pretty well. What did you think of Abby? I, had got some really great feedback about Abby. But any comments from the people that are here would be great. One of my favorite things about, well, obviously Nia's going to say that because that's her friend, but I mean, she's not wrong. One of my favorite things about this show is I love when we have people on the show and we have people on the comments, and afterwards I see friend requests and likes and follows. Like a whole bunch of people from the show are following Abby on Twitter. A whole bunch of people are now friends with her on Facebook. I noticed that a friend of one guest became friends with another guest in the past. I mean, I love seeing that. It's really great to see networks growing as a result of the things that we do. So Diane, let's put your comment up there. What would be your example of a semi-political guest? I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Maybe like somebody like from the same world as Tiffany, where she's not a politician, but she can talk expertly about politics, but also about other things. I mean, Maya is another great example of that. I don't know how many people here know that reference. Isn't she a character you don't particularly like, though? I liked Donna on the West. Oh, I think I get a. So we'll put a few other compliments for Abby up there. I hope. Yeah, but you're not apolitical either. Like, you'll talk about the issues. So, you mean right? You have her back right after the election? Is that what you mean? Like have another comedian? I lost my train of thought, but in any case, what was I talking about, Nia? Nothing. She said nothing. So I know I was talking about the networks coming together. I was talking about the potential for what to do November 3rd, and that's the only thing I remember. Maya's everybody's hero, Diane. I'll throw that comment up there too. Maya is so Maya just kind of said the same thing that Kim said, which was move MUSiPOLiTiX Classic to the second Tuesday in November, since it's after election night, and just do like we normally do with drop-ins. I wasn't going to suggest that because I thought that was too similar to having a Soul Asylum, but maybe not. That might honestly be the safest thing, because then if we want to talk about the election and Jerry drops in, and if we want to talk to, we want to talk about music and Calvin drops in, so that is the safest bet to go. I'll put Diane's comment back up there, because I was in the middle of saying that, like, Maya has been an asset to, I think, everybody whose path has crossed with her. I keep telling that to people. Like, y'all just don't know all the stuff that people do behind the scenes. And Maya is a perfect example of somebody who's doing so many impactful things behind the scenes, and no one realizes the half of it. I don't know if anybody uses the word focused and Dave in the same. It's going to be I don't know if focus is the word for Dave. I thought you said you hadn't started drinking yet, Maya. So we can turn this into the Maya Love Fest. I'm fine with that. That's, that's a very good use of our time, honestly. I don't know if nothing else like sticks in my gut, and Michael and Maya don't say anything to me privately, I feel like maybe we will do that. Maybe we'll just do a drop-in thing on the 10th and see who's available, and that might be the best bet. I tried to stay away from it because it seems very similar to having Soul Asylum on, but I mean it really depends, and especially because we don't know what's going to happen on the 3rd. So I will I'll float that idea by Michael when he feels like talking, and yeah. Anything else we want to say other than all the great things about Maya? Which, again, make sure that if you're not already following and supporting her on social media, very important. Follow Maya Winston. Follow Be a Possibility Coaching on Instagram. Follow Necessary Conversations by Be a Possibility on whatever podcasting platform you use. What else? There's a Be a Possibility Facebook group. I think there's a YouTube channel. So Maya can put all those links in the MUSiPOLiTiX Facebook group so that we can make sure that we are following her on all the platforms. So I know everybody that I've asked says, I don't want to use other people's platforms for self-promotion, and I get it, but like that's part of what MUSiPOLiTiX is about, is giving us the opportunity to support you. So Maya and everybody else, post your links in the Facebook group, which, by the way, I'm so happy to say it's growing. We have like 700 members now. There are some discussions that are happening that are getting more substantial and less just like everybody co-signing, and it's slowly becoming what I'm hoping it'll become. So that's a good thing. Trying to think of anything else. I had a funeral today and was in Milwaukee and just got back, and I have ceiling fan business tonight, and I've got some mail that I haven't opened and boxes that I haven't unpacked. So I still have a long night in front of me, but I think I'm actually off tomorrow. I'm actually remembering to check. I'm the kind of person, if I don't do something right when I'm thinking about it, 700, yeah, the MUSiPOLiTiX Facebook group. The MUSiPOLiTiX Facebook page has about 1,500 followers, which is good, but I'm a little bit disappointed in that because I have 5,000 Facebook friends on this profile alone. So I should, if just my friends like that page, we should have 5,000 just from this page. So I really want the numbers to grow, but I know I'm being impatient. Let's see if I was going to text and see if this person is coming back to get their food. Are you? Again, if I don't do stuff right when I think about it, my wife will testify it doesn't happen. I don't know that it was a sad day. It was just hard work. It was funeral at my church. So it was a member of the church, but my church has 2,000 members. I don't know exactly how many people we have, but I don't know everybody. So this was an older woman. I'm pretty sure I saw Jeria there, though. So it must have been somebody that either she knew or was a part of her extended family. And I think I saw Alyssa, who you guys probably know. So I think it was somebody that was a core family person of the church. But I was just there because I'm a leader and employed by the church and have to be there when funerals happen. Yeah. Oh yeah. They were old. They were in their 80s. But yeah, it wasn't a sad day for me. I just had to go there and participate and do my job. But it's just a long day because I'm very tired. I was up late doing stuff yesterday, and then had to be up early this morning at like 7 for that, and then I'll probably be up till about 3 doing ceiling fan stuff tonight. But tomorrow, I think I can sleep in. I don't think I have anything going on tomorrow, and then tomorrow night, I obviously have to go to bed at a reasonable hour, which for me, I shoot for midnight, or I shoot for between midnight and 12:30 is my early bedtime. so that I can be up at 6 again for. See, my wife loves to make fun of me, and I think we've reached the end. If this is just going to turn into a roasting Dan hour subtly, then that means that there's nothing else to talk about. So I don't know. The great councilman Christopher Alway joined my glasses group earlier. I'm excited about that. We're getting celebrities in there now. We have Diva Moore's in there, and Stacey Givens from Maya's podcast, and now the gotta be the greatest councilman in all of city councils across America. I think. I mean, I'd be surprised if we knew of one better. Let's see. Diane has a guitar lesson with Ryan. So the people who are here that aren't Soul Asylum fans, Ryan is the little small guy in Soul Asylum that shreds. Everybody else is larger and less hyper. Ryan is tiny and very, very shreddy. And he's, I think, the quietest one in the group, but he's musically very substantive. But I genuinely like everybody in Soul Asylum. Oh, we will. What's wrong one? There we go. Sometimes if you ever see me put the wrong comment on the screen, it's because somebody commented just as I'm clicking. It's like when your notification comes up on your phone and then you click it, but a new notification came in right at that time and you click the new one. We will. I don't know how we pitch her, but I mean, the pitch doesn't matter so much as just really having. Honestly, I think the most important part of the pitch is me trying to explain to Michael what we're going to talk about. I think beyond that, I think our regular viewers don't care. They just know it's going to be good. And new people find the show because either they like the guest or they like Michael and me. So I think the hardest part of the pitch is being trying to either have something ready to talk about in case the conversation doesn't flow naturally, and then, prepping Michael so that he has the same. But we will definitely, she would be interesting to have. I just have to figure out. Absolutely true. And I know this from my interactions with her as well as listening to her on Maya's podcast. If you haven't checked that out, definitely, she's, I think, maybe 2 episodes back on Maya's podcast, I want to say. She's near the end. Yeah, live stream concert from Diane. Oh yeah, absolutely. Just have to figure out how to get the ball rolling. But I mean, that's been the easiest thing about this show is finding good, impressive people to talk to. I never would have thought that we would have people, and a lot of these people have reached out to us. Dave originally reached out to us and said, when am I going to come on your show? Well, he said it in a more vulgar manner than that, it being Dave. But, Andre Simone early on reached out to us and said, can I be on your show? Calvin reached out to us and said, can we be on your show? I reached out to, for example, the judge, and I didn't use Maya's name. I knew if I needed to, I could, but I wanted to try without. And I didn't even have to. Just people see what we're doing, and they see the core group of viewers and followers that we have, and they want to be on. So finding interesting people to talk to is the easy part. Everything else is hard, but finding the guests, not necessarily figuring out which guest goes when, that's hard. But actually locate the list of people that we want to talk to is like this. We'll have to do this show. What about Diane? We know you like Christopher, but what about? I'm terrible at being able to gauge when another guy is attractive. I'm no good at that, but I can see why y'all like Christopher. He's very engaging and he's smart and he's charismatic. I get it, Diane. But I also don't know what you want me to reach out to him for. I mean, I will hope that if we do MUSiPOLiTiX Classic on the 10th, that he would drop in. I loved that he dropped in last time from his car. See, I know what Diane's up to. And we'll presumably, so here's the other thing. Getting back to what we were talking about before. So if we do MUSiPOLiTiX Classic on the 10th, then is it too soon to do it again on the 1st of December? Because my idea was the 1st of December would be our last show before break, and it would be a classic episode. So, and I don't mind it being too soon as far as me and Michael, but I just don't want to, I want our guests to drop in, and I don't want to wear them out. I don't want it to be like, hey, I know 2 weeks ago I asked you to sacrifice your time and hang out with us, so do it again. I know that we like it. Michael and I love it. The core viewers love it. It's the Christophers and the Judges and the Mayas and the who else do we have that's been fairly regular? Jeria, it's those people that I just don't want to wear them out on asking them to drop in. So anyhow, okay. So I'm going to wrap this up in 4 minutes because since we went over my 15-minute, I always try to do this in you guys know I have a little OCD thing. So since we didn't wrap up in 15 minutes, we're going to wrap up in 30. So anything you guys want to cover in the next 3 minutes and 20 seconds? We know everybody loves Christopher. I would have thought it was the accent. It's the Brooklyn accent. That's what I would have thought. But I mean, hey, he can be eye candy with his mouth shut. If that makes you happy, if that allows you to view the show, if that's what it takes to get y'all here, we'll do it. This is me trying to stay up tonight for. We should get some product placement on this show. 0 calories tastes like something. See? Okay. Well, I'm going to wrap up in 2 minutes. Thank you for hanging out tonight. Brandy, Maya, Diane, Stephanie. That's a lot of the important core people right there. I know I saw some other people earlier. Nia, obviously. Todd was here. Luis. No Visme this time around. Visme's been, didn't I get product from someone? I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, Tubular Tokes did send me stuff. It's not, it wasn't hemp. There wasn't any herbs in the package, but he sent me some swag from his store. A friend of mine owns a smoke shop in Florida called Tubular Tokes. He sells vape stuff and weed accoutrement, and he's somebody I know through the ceiling fan industry. Uh-oh, I'm just spilling everything here. And he had posted on his social media his hand sanitizer, his own personal brand for his store called Germ Murderer. And I said I wanted that. I said, send me some. Well, I asked him if I could buy some, and he said, just give me your address. I'll send you some. And he sent me several bottles of Germ Murderer, the shirt, and a bunch of other stuff I'll never use. I'll probably use this lighter. He sent me some fountain pens, but then beer koozies and other stuff that I'll probably never use because I'm not really a drinker or a smoker. But it's really cool to have the swag. I don't know where the rest of that stuff is. It's around here somewhere. Just a bunch of other stuff that he sent me. You up there token up, Nia? You never know what she's up to. So I don't have any, and she's depotting eyeshadow. And the funny thing about me is I've never tried weed in my life, and I would have no idea where to get it. Nia and I have had this conversation that me trying to actually get some would be like, hello, can I have some drugs, please? Can I have, somebody says you go to the streets where I just walk outside and yell, who has the weed? I heard it's on the street, I would have no clue. So, but that brings us to our 30-minute limit. Stop laughing. Those are the better promos. Anyhow, yeah, we're over the 30-minute limit. So I will see you guys Monday. Hopefully I'll get home in time to do the promo. So 6 p.m. Monday. If I don't see you then, Monday Moment with Maya, 8:30. And then I better see you Tuesday. Please go to the event page and invite as many people as you can. If you haven't already checked interested or going, check it. Because Facebook penalizes me if I invite a bunch of people to an event and not enough people respond. Yes, that is me. So please go to the event page. I make an event page for every episode. Go there and check interested or going, and then go to hit share and then invite your friends. Because that will keep Facebook from penalizing me. I promise it's important, and we need more people to see the video. And then, of course, what do you need to do when we're actually live? Share the live video. Share the flyer. The flyer is up, and I'll post it on my personal page on Monday. I share it from the MUSiPOLiTiX page on either Wednesday or Thursday, and then I share it on my personal page on Monday and Tuesday. So share the flyer. That's important. And select interested or going to the event and invite your friends. That's more important. And then share the live video of the show once it's actually up. Maya, since you're here, I asked everybody to do this for Monday Moment with Maya on last Monday. Did you get more shares than usual? And if so, did it result in more viewers? Let us know, because we want you to do as well as MUSiPOLiTiX or better. While you're thinking about that, I'm going to answer Diane's question, and then we should be done for the day. So, separate from music, I also work with ceiling fans, and I was actually buying 2 vintage collectible ceiling fans from the abandoned building next door. I collect old ceiling fans. I used to work for a ceiling fan museum, and I used to work with autistic children that were interested in ceiling fans. And so I have a lot of internet content that is specific to those things. And even though I no longer work with the museum, the #1 viewer of my ceiling fan videos on YouTube is autistic children, and the #2 video is other people that collect old ceiling fans and lights. So anytime I go somewhere, I take pictures or video of interesting ceiling fans. And when I say old and vintage, I don't mean like 100 years old, although that too. I mean ones that I might remember from my childhood, so 20, 30 years old. I guess 20 is pushing it a little, but, ceiling fans from the 70s and 80s and light fixtures from then and before. And so anytime I see something interesting, I take a video, I put it on YouTube. If I'm not in a position to take a video, I snap a couple pictures and I share it. There's various social media groups for people that collect ceiling fans and lights. And that's a huge part of my internet presence. There's people that are just as much into that as they are into the music stuff. So that's what I was doing when I was checking out an abandoned building. I was actually, it was next door to where I was going, which was coincidentally also for ceiling fan related stuff. But I just thought it was cool. I thought the ceiling fans were cool, and I thought the light fixtures were cool, and I thought other people might want to see. And let's find out if they did, because that YouTube video has, let's just find out, YouTube Studio. Videos. Has 288 videos since yesterday. So 288 people found it interesting. And does it say how many people liked it? 10 people liked it. So yeah, you'd be surprised at how much ceiling fan related content is popular on the internet. So, okay. Yeah, well then 287 people plus Diane. So I am over time. Hey, here's Vismay. I mentioned him earlier. We will see you on Tuesday, Vismay. Thank you so much for all of your support. See, here's a ceiling fan person here. Fasco World's Fair is a ceiling fan. It's, in fact, that ceiling fan right there, which was made in the 80s and is very rare and collectible and worth I'd say hundreds of dollars, not thousands, not dozens, maybe hundreds of dollars. So, okay, we are over time. We are ending. I have things to do. You have things to do. Maya has to drink. We will see you guys Monday. Thank you very much. Ending the broadcast.